Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm showing you this fall look as well as another eye look that you can wear with this face. They're both neutral, easy, everyday fall eye looks that I think are pretty quick to achieve. So if you want to see a more colorful fall eye look that's very easy to do, as well as another more neutral eye look, just keep watching. Partnering with Nordstrom on this video, so I was able to share with you some new products that I've been trying out, as well as use some staples that I love already to create these looks today. I love Nordstrom. I know you guys love Nordstrom, so when they asked me if I wanted to partner with them and shop and pick out some products to talk to you guys about, I was all for it. This is in conjunction with their September Triple Points, which runs from the 19th through the 23rd. I'm not sure if you guys are aware of that or not, but you definitely need to know because it's here. And in this video, I'm also going to be telling you about some other fall beauty events that they have going on. I'll tell you about those towards the end, so be sure and stay tuned. If you've been following my channel, you know I use Charlotte Tilbury products on a regular basis. You put Nordstrom and Charlotte Tilbury together, it is just a no-brainer for me. And I think a lot of you are very curious about Charlotte Tilbury. Are her products worth the money? I am still planning on doing a full brand review on Charlotte Tilbury. If you're interested in that, let me know down below because I can prioritize that and do that sooner rather than later. I know a while back you guys had some interest in a full brand review and I would still like to do that for you if you're interested. This video is going to have other products other than Charlotte Tilbury, but I am focusing a lot on that just because I feel like I end up buying a lot of her things from Nordstrom. What I love about Nordstrom is that you do have a dedicated counter for Charlotte Tilbury. So you have dedicated beauty stylists that can help you with the consult. You also can get free samples and a free exclusive gift with purchase when you use your Nordstrom card and shop Charlotte Tilbury Beauty. Before I get into this video, if you're not subscribed to this channel, I would love it if you would hit that subscribe button and we can get into the looks and the rest of this video. I find that as I get older, it gets harder and harder to find really good foundations. I feel like a lot of the anti-aging foundations, a lot of the good for you skin foundations are geared towards dry skin, and my skin is combination oily. I am 43, in case you're wondering if you're new to this channel. The reason why I never tried Charlotte Tilbury's Magic Foundation in the first place is because I really thought it was more for dry skin. I thought it would be way too radiant for my skin, but this gave me the opportunity to try it out, see how I liked it. I've been wearing it pretty consistently now that I can formulate a really good opinion on it, and I love it, and now I'm kicking myself for not having tried it sooner. So this is one of those foundations where I just feel like every single day that I've worn it, my skin has looked radiant and healthy. It is still very hot and humid where I live, and I feel like my makeup just looks good all the time. It applies easily, it blurs my pores, it evens out my skin tone. I can use a brush, I can use a beauty blender. I like using a sponge better because I feel like I do get less coverage with it, which is more towards that medium side of things as opposed to the medium full, and that's what I like more on a daily basis. I just really like what this does for my skin. I have checked in after periods of time thinking I needed to blot and I don't need to, and when I do, I'm never greasy, it never settles in lines, my pores always look good. I just really like it. I'm in the shade 6, by the way, which is called medium. I'm usually light, medium, warm toned in foundations. If you're ever curious about my foundation shade, I do have all my foundation shade matches listed down below in my description box through a link. I love the bottle. It's pretty and it is a pump. I'm a sucker for a pretty glass bottle and a pump. So if you are looking to replace a foundation that's in your foundation arsenal, if you're looking to try a new foundation to maybe just give you that good glowy skin that actually somewhat lasts on your skin, the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Foundation would be a really good one to try. I have Charlotte Tilbury's The Retoucher, and that's a topic for another video. I do really like it, but in a completely different way than this new Magic Away liquid concealer. I had to get the official name for it. I think that if you are one that is kind of borderline, or you maybe don't need to set your under eyes, I don't think you would necessarily have to set your under eyes with this concealer, and I don't think that it would crease. I really generally do have to set my under eyes, but with this, I feel like I can just do a light dusting of powder underneath my eyes and I am good to go. It does have a sponge applicator, which gives some versatility to it, I think, because I can apply it straight on with the sponge applicator, or I can use a brush. Either way, I do use my beauty blender to blend it into my skin. It's really natural, and when I do need to build it in certain areas, because maybe I have a little more discoloration going at that really deep hollow right there, it really does build nicely and it never cakes up. I'm also able to cover spots on my face with it. It looks really good. I'm in the shade 4 in this. Love it. Laura Mercier has come out with a new under eye setting powder. You guys know she's had her secret brightening powder, and now she has this secret blurring powder for under eyes. That's literally the official name, the secret blurring powder for under eyes. It's still white. It's very sheer, very light. I like that I really only need a dusting of it under my eye. It doesn't appear to be apparent. Does that make sense? It's not apparent under my eyes. I am liking this so far. I will probably have a full verdict on this soon, but so far so good with this powder. I also like that it is pressed and it's not loose, so it's a little more portable so that when you travel, you don't really have to worry about powder going everywhere. I could not do this video and not tell you about the Airbrush Flawless Finish powder that I use multiple times a week from Charlotte Tilbury. I set my face with it today and it's just a beautiful powder. I did order a replenishment with this haul because I was running out, and I am in the shade 1. This powder is so beautiful. It just blurs my pores. If I use a foundation that I feel like doesn't really do a good job with pores, it really camouflages those pores and everything just looks really good again. It's just a beautiful powder. It works beautifully under the eyes. It never emphasizes anything. It works beautifully on the face. I could go on and on about this. I have in other videos. You can definitely search for those if you search my name and the Charlotte Tilbury powder. It's just a great powder. All right, so I'm going to show you what I did the other day with my initial filming with my eyes, and then I'm going to show you what I did here. I have always wanted to try one of Charlotte Tilbury's quads, and I ended up ordering the Golden Goddess palette. It was really hard for me to choose which palette I wanted. I ultimately went with this because, I mean, I have blue eyes, it looked pretty, and one of the shades in here, the Enhance shade, really just looked almost kind of cool. It didn't look too goldeny, but I just feel like this palette is so nice. The quality is great. This just gives you that look that Charlotte Tilbury is really all about, which is that kind of subtle, sultry look, and that's what I feel like I'm getting from this quad. On primed and set lids, I took a combination of the prime and smoke shade and swished them throughout my transition area and underneath my lower lash line. I took just the smoke shade on the outer third of my eye, blending it up above the crease on that outer part of the eye as well, and then blended it inwards just a little bit with what was left on the brush. I took that same brush, cleaned it off, and took the Enhance shade and put that on my lid. Then I took a smaller brush and took the prime shade and put it in the center of the lid. It was so easy to do. I'm really glad to have this quad in my life and to have tried it. I don't know what took me so long to try one of these quads. By the way, all the Nordstrom products are available down below in the description box for purchase. I have been meaning to tell you guys that. I used the NARS Climax mascara because I keep seeing it, I've been meaning to try it, and I actually really like it. I like the shape of the wand, I like the size and the bristles and everything about it, and it doesn't seem to be too wet of a formula. I have very fine lashes that are kind of long, so I'm always looking to build volume, and this does that really nicely. The packaging is really kind of cool too. So I'm really glad that I picked this up to try. And I'm sure you're wondering what is on my hands, and I'm about to talk about that next because it does involve what is going on with this eye look. So I've had 2 shades of the Charlotte Tilbury Eyes to Mesmerize for a while now. I've had Marie Antoinette, which is such a pretty taupey, bronzy brown shade. that's not too light, not too dark. And I've also had Jean, which is just that golden champagne shade. And they're so beautiful and so easy to apply. They kind of have a whipped consistency to them. So when I was given the opportunity to purchase some things, I had been eyeing up the shade Verushka, and I took that opportunity. It's just this perfect green shade. So all three of them swatched are right here. I mean, oh my God, how pretty are they? They reflect light in such a beautiful way, and they apply easily, and they give you enough time to blend. I have talked and talked and talked about the Armani eye tints on my channel over and over and over, and there's certain products that I talk about that I repeatedly am thanked for recommending by you guys, because when you get them, you're just like, oh my gosh, you were right. They're amazing. They're worth the money. The eye tints are one of them. These are another. They're stunning on the eye. All I did today to achieve this look was apply the blush that I'm going to be applying to my cheek. I applied the center shade to my transition, and I applied Verushka to my lid. You can pat it on with your finger, which is what I do most of the time, or you can use a flat brush to apply it, and then just softly blend the edges up where you want them to go. I do always kind of extend it up a little bit right here because it does help lift the eye, especially if you have hooded or downturned eyes. That's just a little tip. They're just so easy to work with, and it gives such a polished look when you're done. Today I added black eyeliner and the NARS Climax mascara, and I was done. I mean, this look was so quick to achieve, and it's absolutely beautiful. And I know I'm saying it's for fall, but it could really go for any time of year. When I did my makeup the other day, I filmed my brows, and I had completely forgotten to do them until after I had done my eye makeup, which is kind of backwards, but I guess doing brows is doing brows. I have never, for some reason, tried any of Charlotte Tilbury's brow products, but I've heard a lot about them, so that's why I tried them with this haul. The first one that I'm using is the Brow Lift in shade Brook S. I like this because now that my hair is a little bit darker, it just gives me the perfect shade for getting a really natural, really quick brow look. It's that triangle shape. It's kind of narrow. It lets me apply those front brush strokes really nicely, and it allows me to get the outer part of my brow pretty quickly as well. It's not too waxy. You don't have to press too hard, but it's not too much to where you get too much product either. It's just kind of that perfect balance. So I've really, really been enjoying this for a quick brow look. Her Legendary Brows, I've never tried. I can't believe it because I feel like I've tried so many of her products. Now, if I had to do it over, I would get a different shade. I think there's a shade right above Supermodel, which is the shade that I got. It seems like when I apply it, it's too dark, but by the time I kind of brush it out and get everything where I want it, it's really not that dark. So I think I could do the shade lighter, but this still works. I love brow gels, brow fibers that have a really, really tiny wand. I can really almost mimic brow strokes if I'm in a hurry by angling it so that I'm just stroking on the brow hairs at the front of the brow. Some of them I find to be too messy because when you pull the brush out, too much product comes out on the brush. This one is not like that. Just enough comes out. I'm able to get close in, but it doesn't smudge to where I just look like I have just one big solid brow instead of brow hairs. This is something I'm really glad that I tried. I'm just really picky over brow products these days because they're kind of thinning and a little more sparse and uneven, and I've really been liking these two together and with other products. Sometimes I'll mix and match them and combine them with other products. I had some technical difficulties with my bronzing and contouring segment in that it just didn't record, so I'm just going to tell you that I did use the Hourglass Luminous Bronze Light to bronze and the Kevyn Aucoin Medium Sculpting Powder to contour. And I'll link below anything that might help you as far as bronzing and contouring goes, just so you have some kind of something on that too, but I don't know what happened with that. I've had Charlotte Tilbury's Cheek to Chic in Ecstasy, which is this, for quite some time now, and I love it. It's one of my favorite blushes. It gives you kind of that pinky corally look, and the way she does her blushes is she has this outer ring where you kind of swish it along the cheekbone and wherever, and then it has this center shade that you pop. It's supposed to be on top of the cheek, kind of do it a little bit above just to give a lift. So I ended up getting this shade First Love. I have been using this every day since I got it. I love this blush so much. It really goes with any look, whether you're doing a smoky eye, a colorful look, a natural look, whatever. It's neutral enough, yet it gives you that pop of color. You can blend both shades together and apply it. You can do it the way she likes to do it with the Swish shade and the pop. I popped it on top of my cheekbone, and then I put the Swish shade really on my forehead, down my nose, on my chin, and all along this cheekbone area. Just gives that nice glowy look without being too much color, if that makes sense. So a lip liner that is in my regular rotation is the Iconic Nude by Charlotte Tilbury. I love it. It's so easy. It has just enough brown in it to kind of counteract the pink, yet it stays neutral on my lips. I like to line with it. I like to fill in a little bit just to give a little fullness to the lips and make my lipstick last a little longer. That's what I put on both days. And today, some of you may know because I wear this all the time, I have on my Charlotte Tilbury Bitch Perfect. I cannot live without this lipstick. I realized today as I was hunting through about 3 handbags to find it, I can't live without it. This is just a staple lipstick for me. I did want to tell you about a lipstick that I've never tried before, not the formula, not the brand, or not the shade, until this haul. And that's the Shiseido Visionary Gel Lipsticks. This is the shade. I have the shade Incense. Really, really pretty. This lipstick glides on so easily and slippery that you do think it's not going to last on your lips, but it does kind of dry down, but not so that it dries your lips out, which is what I like because I do not like liquid lipsticks. But then as it wears away, as you start to eat or drink or whatever, it does leave kind of a stain. It kind of lasts a little while on your lips, which is not really what I expected from a gel lipstick. So I really have been liking this, and I kind of wish I had gotten a more neutral shade too, because I'm not really going to wear an orangey coral every day, but this is a really great shade to have, I think, for fall or for spring too. I think it would work for either one. It's slim, it's compact. I just don't think it's every day that you find something that is truly comfortable on the lips that lasts a decent amount of time. So I definitely wanted to give this a shout out. So those are the 2 eye looks that I came up with randomly with this haul and with my staple products. Mascara Madness is an event we're all super excited about. Everybody always wants to get the buy 2 get 1 free mascaras. That is coming up November 3rd. So I wanted to let you guys know about that. I will be giving you recommendations for mascaras that I love or plan to purchase from that event when it gets a little bit closer. And I did want to let you know too that November 4th through 10th is the fall scent event at all Nordstrom stores. So be sure and visit during that time if you are a perfume lover like I am. I do plan on doing a brush favorites video soon that will include other brushes other than just my Sigma favorites. So if you want to see that, let me know down below because I will try and push that sooner rather than later. If you're not subscribed to this channel, I would love it if you would hit that subscribe button and be here with me regularly. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.